lovely people, and welcome back to Cassie Love TV. Welcome back to another video. I'm here. So in today's video, we're going to talk about what to expect in the first 12 months of your lock journey. So pretty much the first year of your lock journey. What to expect, the things that are going to happen regardless of what you think or not. These things are definitely going to happen. And so these are some things that we're going to talk about. I'm going to probably talk about 12 different things as well. We'll see. I have some in mind. Some may come to me while I'm talking. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, so the first thing is unraveling is normal, okay? Whether you did 2-strand twists or comb coils, it is normal for your locks to start to unravel in the starter phase. So get used to it, okay? So don't feel disappointed, okay? Don't feel like you're doing something wrong or something is wrong with your locks. The unraveling process is normal, okay? All right. Number 2 is shrinkage is normal as well. You're gonna have some shrinkage. Now, shrinkage. Now, let me explain something to you about shrinkage. It doesn't matter what length you start your locks with. Your hair have to lock up first before you start to see growth. And let me tell you, I learned this along my hair journey and also from other people who have locks. So if you start your locks with, say, a nice, I'm gonna go with 8-inch length of hair. Once you twist your hair, if you do 2-strand, your hair has to lock first before it starts to grow. So you have a little while to go. So whether that's 6 months or 12 months, however long your hair take to lock, it has to lock first, because remember, your lock has to change first, right? It has to go through the budding stage, it has to go through different stages, and then after that you will see some hair growth. And I can speak to my hair. I didn't see any growth until my hair was locked, and that's the truth. Nothing was happening within my first 12 months. And I think it's because of the transition of what your hair have to go through at this point. You're not going to see it. So that's where the shrinkage comes in too, okay? Just saying. So keep that in mind. So next is the budding stage. Now, when you see your locks start to bud and it start to, like, some areas of your locks start getting really thick and the other part of your locks are not, that is normal, okay? Now, the budding creates a net for your hair. That's what's going to transition your hair to the next level of your lock journey. Also keep that in mind. So if you don't see any budding, your hair is pretty much not locking. Because remember guys, you're not combing your hair out at this point. So all of the hair that you would have normally lost, we call them dead hair, right? When you're loose natural and you have to comb your hair out, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to lose hair. Okay, that is normal. So because you're not combing your hair at this point, those hair is going to latch on and they're going to start to bud, okay, together. And that's what we call the budding stage. And so when you see your hair start to look different, don't worry, that phase is going to pass, okay? That's just another stage that you have to get used to, okay? Which brings me to the next stage, which is the frizz. Listen, I see a lot of people complain about the frizz. A frizz, when you're locking your hair, and even within your lock journey, even when you're way down in your lock journey, you're still gonna have a frizz in your locks. Again, you're not combing out your hair. So unfortunately, those hair that are growing on your new growth, they're now become hair that you have to now wrap into your locks, okay? And that's why we call it retwist, right? So as you can see with my lock, if you can look closely, you still see frizz in my locks. Like, I have a lot of frizz and I don't care. I'm used to it now. I don't worry about it. I mean, I've literally seen people trim the frizz off of their locks. Like, I don't know what the purpose of that is, but I'm not doing that. So please get used to the frizz. It is a part of the lock journey, okay? Embrace it. I'm gonna add to that as well. The next part of that is people sometimes does not embrace when the locks start to change and start to get like this, and you can't keep your locks together and they're everywhere, okay? Get used to it because it will happen. Now, I didn't really experience it a lot because I have grown to accept my hair before I even started my lock journey. I knew the path that was going on, and so anything that happened with my hair, I really was just happy and embracing every single moment of it. So what I would do is put my hair in different styles. That's not gonna let my hair look like this, especially if I have to go to work, right? Like I'm not gonna just have my hair looking any type of way. So I see some people, this one girl in TikTok, she literally posted her hair all over the place and be like, oh, I don't like this, this is ugly. That's how you choose to do your hair. That's why. If you just have your hair everywhere and you don't do anything to it, then yeah, that is part of the journey. Your locks are going to be changing and it's going to go through its own transition. So if you don't embrace it and you're ready to call it names, I don't think the lock journey is for you. So that is another thing that you have to get used to as well, okay? This next one is huge. I talked about this in one of my other videos before. People and society, what people are going to say about your hair. You know, some people are not going to like it. Some people are going to tell you it's ugly, take it out, locks this. They're going to come up with their own little wording, you know, with their hair. We also have texturized hair, right? For my hair type, right? You know, once you decided not to put any chemical in your hair, all these other things, you're going to see your true hair. You're going to see what your hair really is, right? And some people, you know, it's hard for them to embrace that. Well, that is a part of the journey as well. And that's why it's always important to embrace your natural first, right? And then your lock. I think that's very important because when you embrace your natural journey, you already know what your natural hair is going to look like. Now you're just moving to the lock phase. You know what I mean? So society will make it look like we have the ugliest hair on the planet, right? They're going to tell you your hair is dirty. Listen, don't listen to these people, okay? You are on your own journey at this point individually. And so I would highly recommend that you cut those people out. Now, not saying that, because it could even be family. I'm not saying that you have to like completely stop talking to them. It just means that when they come at you with these stuff, you have to go back to with something else, right? And really and truly, it's okay to explain yourself. It's okay to put these people in their place because I'm not leaving it alone. If someone says something about my hair that I do not like, I am going to say something about it. So be mindful of society and what they have to say. Don't let them stop you from starting your lock journey, okay? All right. Okay, next is your lock is going to grow in different shape, different size, and different length. Now listen, I didn't even know about the different length until I started to see my hair growing in different length. Honestly, I've never seen anyone talk about it. Now I knew about the different size and all of that, but length, I thought my hair was gonna grow in the same length. If you look at my locks now, you can see it's different length. And I have not cut my hair or anything. Different length, different sizing. Definitely different length. So that is not something I expected at all. This is just something I learned while I start to, you know, go through my transition into my lock journey. So if you see your locks start growing in different sizes, and do not try to cut your locks and talk about you're shaping it up into the same length. Now I have seen that though. I have seen where ladies have their locks in the same length, but that's because they cut their hair. As far as what I see before, if you don't cut your locks or anything. And also, you may cut your locks thinking you're shaping them up in the same length, and your hair starts to grow. The next 6 months later, you realize it didn't even make sense. So get used to it. Okay. And honestly, I think it's very unique. I think it looks really good. Each of your lock represented its own self. So you will notice that your locks look different. Some may be thicker, some may be thinner, longer. Like you have to literally embrace that. That's going to happen. There's no getting around that, okay? Next is your locks will get heavier. So once just your locks start to grow, right, after about a year, into the second year is when I start to see my locks getting heavier. And especially when you wash your locks. Right now when I wash my locks, I'm like yeah, I can feel the heaviness. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not in a rush in my hair to grow right now. Like I'm okay with it just taking its time and grow, because to be honest, it is actually heavy right now. That is another part of the lock journey that you have to embrace though, right? As your hair starts to grow and get thicker, you're going to realize that your hair is heavier. You know, it's nothing you can really do about it. It's a part of it, because again, there's a lot of hair in your head, okay? You're not losing any dead hair here, so you have to keep that in mind, that there's a lot of hair in your head. And I hate to say it, but I don't know how people wear fake hair on their locks, because I'm like, my hair is already enough. Next is unsealed ends. Now, one thing you realize is some of your, depending on your hair type too, you will notice that some of your ends look different from, yeah. Like some of my ends are like this, and then some is like this, see? And then some is sealed fully. Yeah, some people have curly ends on their locks. Some people comb the end of their locks out. I don't know. Again, I don't know what sense that make, but your ends of your locks is gonna also come probably look different. If you can twist it up if you want, or you could just leave it the way it is. Let it just, enjoy the moment. It's okay if your locks look different. It's supposed to. Okay, your locks not necessarily gonna look like someone else's locks. Okay, so unsealed end is natural. It's okay. I think I talked about this before, but it's called bunching. Now, keep in mind that your locks are going to be thicker than others. Yeah, it's really called bunching. So you'll notice that some locks may be thinner, maybe in the front, and then other parts may be thicker. Maybe the ends are even thicker than the middle part. You're going to notice that as well. I'm trying to look for one on my lock right now. Like this one have some thickness here, more thickness here coming down. Up here is not as thick. So it really depends, but it's called bunching. And once you go through that phase, when your locks start to get longer and longer, you will notice that it will keep happening, and there's nothing you can do about it. Another thing that I think is natural for some people is you may have the feeling and the need to start over. Once your locks start to grow and go through all of these different phases, you may say to yourself, I don't know if I like my locks. I think I want to start over. That comes from the comparison of watching other people lock journey or see their hair growing in different way, right? Do not do that. Please don't do that. Now, I've heard people say that they've, restart their lock journey before and their lock look the same, because again, it comes back to your hair type and all these things. I don't think you should cut your locks off and start over because of someone else's lock, because you want your hair to look like someone else's locks. That's ridiculous to me. However, I understand the need if you are saying the sizing is too big or it's too small. Now, if it's too small, it's easy, just combine it. If it's too big, then you can't really do anything much about that. That's different. And if you want to restart, comb it down and restart it in the first year, that's actually better than waiting years to do it. But I can tell you now, people see my locks on, they call my locks fake. Listen, I'm gonna say this to you guys. I don't do negative. Whenever I see negative start to come around me, I don't care if I'm on social media or not. I still don't do it. Some people say, oh, well, you're on social media, you should accept what? Because I'm not going to. And if I see a negative comment under my channel, I'm deleting it. Yeah, I may even turn the comment off. I don't want to see it. It is going to happen, but it doesn't mean I'm okay with seeing it and want to read it, right? I like to have fun on my YouTube shorts sometime. I may do a reaction video, or I may do something else, anything that I feel like to do. Sometimes I like to have a little bit of fun. Not everything is so serious and set in stone. It's okay to have some fun sometimes. So that video I did was a fun video. And, people was in there, 2 people was in there being negative. And I'm like, there's no reason for that. And then another thing is, these people not even subscribed to your YouTube. So why are you even on here? Why do you feel the need to take time to comment negative remark on somebody's channel? That doesn't make any sense to me. But it's cool. Again, that's society, right? Society will come at us with all these different type of things. So I'm saying, do not compare your locks to other people's locks. Once you grow your lock and you're into your journey, just be comfortable with it, okay? If you want to restart it, it's up to you. But I'm just saying, embrace your journey of what it is, okay? And grow to love your locks, which bring me to the next one. Self-love these days are so critical. And self-love is so important, because when you have that self-love, what does self-love really means to you as well? Because we say we love ourselves, but we do all these things to ourselves. I'm guilty of it too. What is self-love really, right? Do you truly love yourself? Because you have to think about your action. It's actionable, right? It's what you're doing to yourself, what you're doing to your hair, right? Are you listening to these people, and then as soon as someone says something to you, running, you change yourself, change the way you dress, change the way you look? That is not self-love. It's not. And so we have to understand what self-love really is to us ourselves, and we have to put that into action, right? It really comes back down to that. So don't compare your locks to other people's locks, please. Don't do it. Don't make that be the reason why you want to cut your locks off or comb your locks off. Don't do it. Okay, next is we're gonna have bad hair days, guys. I talk about this in one of my other videos as well. We're gonna have bad hair days, okay? It is not gonna be perfect. I'm telling you, it's not. Even with self-love, it's not. It's okay to wake up and be like, oh my goodness, what I'm gonna do to my hair today, I don't know. It's a lot of work. I can't do it. Listen, but as long as you get over that in 2 seconds, I'll give you 2 seconds, okay? Because that's how much I give myself. 2 seconds. You should be like, oh, yes, this is the style of the day. Oh, yes, I love this. Whatever it is that you need to do to like come out of that stage, do it fast, okay? Yeah, because we don't need that. But yeah, those days where you wake up and you just don't feel like it, it's okay. And another thing is, I don't honestly, I can't even. I'm trying to think back when I have bad hair days since I started my lock. Maybe the first year. I'm gonna be honest. The first year is when I think I had the most struggle. In the sense of I was like, oh my goodness, my hair is so short. When is it gonna grow? That was me. It wasn't even about the frizz or anything else. It was really, my hair is so short, you know. So it has to be in the first year. I think the first year is when it, especially when you start with really short hair, you know, it bugs us, right? Because we want the hair length. Our hair is our beauty. And so, you know, some of us, we just feel like we don't look right in short hair. So I would say embrace your texturized hair. It's beautiful. It's natural. It's yours. You know what I mean? And don't try to mimic or do anything else to your locks either. Don't follow other people and feel like you need to do something else with it, because it is your hair. The first year may be challenging. I'm being honest. Yes. Especially if this is your very first time getting locks, it will. And then with all these other videos out here into the world that you're watching, I know. I went through it. You know, try to stay very strong, okay? Within yourself, within you, okay? All right, I think that was the last one, guys. If I miss anything, please comment down below, okay? But I'm gonna wrap this video up. Today is a holiday, actually, and today is Monday. It's Memorial Day, so there's a lot going on. So if you hear some background noise, I'm so sorry, but I had to get this video in today. You know, you don't understand the struggle to upload sometime with me right now, but I know it's gonna get better. I know it will. But I really appreciate you guys who continue to watch either way. I love it. I thank you. I appreciate you. If you have questions, comment, put it down below. Also, it was my birthday on May 22nd. And I had a good time, guys. My birthday is very serious to me. I love my birthdays. When you wake up every day and then you see another year and you see other people go through things and people who did not make it, let me tell you something. Grateful is not the word. There is absolutely no words to tell you how I feel. I feel nothing but joy in my soul. Yeah, so wish me happy birthday below, please. I would really appreciate that. And also, I would really appreciate if you subscribe, because it's my birthday. That could be a nice gift. Let me show you guys my Bob Marley t-shirt. I love me some Bob Marley t-shirts. I only have 2. See? I got these from Fashion Nova, believe it or not. Yeah. I'm trying to think where else. I don't know. Maybe Temu. I've never bought from Temu before. We'll see. And Shane sell them. But I want different type. You know? So, yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. I will be back. Okay? I miss you guys already. See you soon. Bye.